We've got a lot of info here. We have Renning. Remember, Renning is Alencia's uncle that in the last episode we discovered that he was turned into... They tried to make him into a feral one, and he was a human, and it just made him be monstrous, basically. And he was going around in disguise, basically, as Bertram, one of the 4 riders for the Mad King in the previous game. And Ray-san was able to save and recover his mind through his Galder. So that's what they were talking about when they were talking about Renning. We're almost there. Tomorrow we head to the tower. Do not worry, Your Majesty. We will be right beside you. Though long tested by the trials of the goddess Ashira, we shall overcome, and in our mission will be laid to rest. Yes, what we do now, we do not only for the people of Crimea, but for all the people of Tellius. Yes, we shall succeed. You are a courageous queen, indeed. Who said that? Uncle Renning, are you all right now? Don't I look it? I stand before you in full health, thanks to your efforts, of course. Wonderful, I'm so relieved, Uncle. Duke Renning. Lucia, you have my gratitude for looking after Alencia so diligently. Bastion, Jeffrey, everyone, you have my sincere thanks. Please, Duke Renning, it is our joy to serve Her Majesty. Our loyalty extends beyond the Queen. Please do not forget that. Thank you. I appreciate your concern, especially yours, Bastion. I stand by you, my lord. Have you ever been my most loyal and clever confidant? Was it possible for you to acquire the things I desired? Indeed, my lord. For you, to whom I owe my mastery of disciplines, esoteric and arcane, no task is too difficult. Your sword, your armor, and your faithful steed stand ready, that the battlefield shall know your valor once more. You haven't changed a bit, Bastion. Always the clever one. Your praise is too much, my lord. Uncle, you intend to join the fight? Please, you mustn't push yourself too hard. My, how things have changed. Am I to take orders from my niece on what battles I'm allowed to fight in? She is a queen. I'm not a princess to be coddled and kept safe behind the vanguard, Alencia. I'm a knight of Crimea, and I will be one until I die. As long as I live, as long as I am able to walk, as long as I draw breath, I shall fight. It is my duty. I understand. Swear to me then. Swear that you won't die, that you won't ever leave me alone. I swear to you that I will never leave you behind. I swear upon my pride as a knight and upon my love for my country. Now, Your Majesty, please grant me the honor of protecting you in battle. Oh, Uncle, you may have to compete for that role, I think. Duke Renning, I will not give up my place as the commander of the Royal Knights, even to you. Let's take it outside then. Perhaps I'll remind you why you have never won a match against me. As you wish, Duke Renning. I will also show you that I've spent 3 years preparing solely to defend the Queen from harm. I have made it my life. Uncle? And Jeffrey? You too? Bastion, do something. Truly, I shall have to. After all, a match between such stalwart warriors needs to be judged. I believe I shall volunteer my services. Excuse me. Bastion! Oh, Your Majesty, let them be. Lucia, are you siding with them too? Doesn't all of this remind you of a scene in Melior from years ago? Tomorrow is full of uncertainty. We may live and we may die. Yet here we are, enjoying a little scene of high drama from a glory-filled past. I'm glad of it. That's true. It's like a weight has been lifted off my chest. Why don't we follow them? We should enjoy our final night together. Of course, Your Majesty. And then we have Stefan. What can I do for you, Goddess Yune? You're very strange. What are you? That's a strange question, especially coming from you. Didn't you create all of us? I didn't create anything. Not Laguz, nor Bjork. But I know what they are, because I've watched them change and grow over time. You're something, not something I've seen before. I'm the same as the girl you dwell inside. Oh, I thought Micaiah was the only one. She could hear my voice and sing the Galder of Release. But I learned that others existed. There's that boy who's always with Ike, or the little girl who stays by the Queen of Crimea. There are several in my village as well. They are my comrades. We all live under the same fate and carry the same curse in our blood. When you say these words, what do they mean? Why are you cursed? It means that we carry the blood of both Bjork and Laguz. Bjork calls us branded, and Laguz call us parentless. Does that mean your parents are Bjork and Laguz? Not always. It means that Laguz and Bjork mixed blood somewhere along the line. Bjork and Laguz rarely associate in that way. For them to conceive a child together is an even rarer event. What's strange is that the child bears no Laguz characteristics. It's just a normal Bjork infant. However, the Laguz blood lies asleep, waiting in the child's veins. Oh. One day, the Laguz blood shows itself, marking the child's body with a brand. How old is that girl? I don't think she's as young as she looks. The other curse is that we age differently from Bjork. It depends on what Laguz blood the child has, but it always slows how fast we age. Micaiah says that's true. She's listening to every word you say. Please continue. And I'm getting told from my moderator that there's a lot of buffering in the stream. I cannot change the setting on my end, but I would recommend that if it is buffering, to look at the stream settings by the little gear icon. You can use that to turn down the quality of the stream to something that might stream a little smoother, and you can probably turn off the low latency setting in the advanced tab because you don't really need it for this game. So that might help for anyone who is having problems with the buffering. So just to address that for you guys. Micaiah says that's true. She's listening to every word you say. Please, continue. The Laguz blood gives the branded unnatural powers. Bjork fear and distrust us because they can't understand those abilities. The Laguz are even worse. They treat us like we're phantoms, refusing to acknowledge us as if we don't even exist. I see. It's easy to hide among Bjorks. You just cover the brand, avoid getting close to anyone, and never settle down, pretending you're normal. The Laguz are different. They can sense what we are. They have an instinct for it. Not all Laguz know for sure, but the sharp ones figure it out instantly. Others just feel uneasy around us. I don't know why it's doing that, but some never figure it out, but they're surrounded by ones who do. Either way, the Laguz would never talk to us voluntarily. Why would you pay attention to someone who doesn't even exist? Why? That doesn't make any sense. How did things get like that? I would like to know that as well. It's said that a union between Laguz and Bjork is a crime against the goddess. That's what we've always been told. That's silly. I've never heard anything of the sort. Why are you laughing? It's all been a lie. For hundreds of years, we've faced persecution, abuse, and isolation. And for what? A lie. What's not to laugh about, huh? What's happened? This is all wrong. How did history get so distorted? Was it at a particular place and time? I don't understand. I've been asleep for too long. And then we have dragons. Almeida, you're safe. Kurznaga. Almeida, what's wrong? You're so pale, and you've grown so thin. Oh, Peleus, my little Peleus, why? Tell me why. Almeida, Almeida, you have to pull yourself together. Prince Kurth, are you there? I'm busy, Ina. Stay where you are. Oh, Ina, it's been a long time. I felt your presence nearby, but you never came to see me. Lady Almeida, I understand that you don't want to see me. I'm sure you hate me for what I've done. My brother Rajayan, your betrothed, he died because of me. Don't. It's not important. That's all in the past. What? How can you pretend like nothing happened? You can't. I know you hate me. You have to hate me. Go ahead. Blame me for what happened. Insult me. Do anything, but you have to hate me. I don't hate you, Almeida. Rajayan made his decision. He gave his life to save you and his little nephew. Did you know that? He decided to sacrifice himself to protect you. I can't blame you for what Rajayan decided to do. That would mean insulting my beloved for his sacrifice, for his nobility. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Prince Kurth, my grandfather is here to see you. The king knows nothing of his visit. Nasir is here? Prince Kurthnaga, I'm glad to see that you are safe, and Lady Almeida as well. It has been a long time. We haven't seen each other in over 90 years, I believe. Oh no. Nasir, you returned to Goldoa? Yes. Nasir, I need to know something. Why has Goldoa sided with the goddess Ashira? What is father thinking? The Lagoos and Bjork have joined together to save the petrified. Why hasn't Goldoa joined the effort? As you wish, Lady Almeida. Are you aware of the fact that everything that's happening is due to your decision to leave Goldoa? What? Explain, Nasir. King Degensi forbade the dragon tribe to use our transformation for the purpose of war. Almeida, you left because you did not agree with this policy, did you not? That's right. Shortly after you left Goldoa, you met Ashnard and Dayan, and were united with him. However, your union begat a chain of tragedies. Did you know that the Red Dragon platoon, which went in search of you, was captured and turned into feral ones by King Ashnard? I had no idea. Ashnard needed Goldoa to get involved in his war. That's why he did everything in his power to provoke King Degensi. Most of you have never fought in a war, but even more than other Lagoos, the dragon tribe loses control once they taste battle. Oh. Near the end of the war, we found out that Prince Rajayan could not be saved. I thought the king would surely go on a rampage. At the time, we had no idea that Lady Almeida was still alive. The king thought he'd lost not only dragon soldiers, but also his children. If the war had ended any later, had Ike not killed Ashnard, Goldoa would have joined in the war, and we would have started killing. We would have destroyed the Dayan army as co-conspirators, everyone. We would not have stopped until the continent was ashes. Then the spirit of chaos would have spread across Teleus, awakening the goddess and destroying the dragon tribe. That was the danger we faced in the Mad King's War. But Ashnard was defeated, and Rajayan regained his sanity thanks to the songs of the Heron clan. Sniff. Blah, sniff. Almeida's crying. We escaped annihilation once. we took Prince Rajayan's body back to Goldoa, and the king did not shed a tear, nor fly into a rage. You're right, Rose. He endured his loss by himself. He endured for the sake of his last child, and for the sake of his people. Goldoa remained neutral. Father. But now, all that effort has been wasted. The war between the Laguz Alliance and Banyan has spread through Dayan and Crimea. And to top it all off, Goldoa can no longer stay neutral because of what Prince Kurznaga has done. You're saying this is my fault? That I've started a war that my father tried to avoid? No, Kurznaga. This was my fault. You fought because of me. This was not Prince Kurth's fault. Besides, the goddess Yune was not awakened by chaos sweeping across Teleus. She was awakened by the Galder of release. By a Galder? Are you certain? Yes, that is what Sir Ike said. That's very strange. Nevertheless, the end result remains the same. Goddess Ashira has rendered her judgment. The Laguz and Bjork must follow her decision. What? Nasir! I've come here as a favor to the king. Prince Kurthnaga, you have to return to us at once. If we just accept Ashira's judgment, we'll all be turned to stone. That's the end of history, as we know it. Do you expect me to just lie down and accept that? How can I? What you're asking is insanity. I won't do it. And you, Ina? I feel the same as Prince Kurth. Then I have nothing more to say to you. However, I hope to avoid fighting my own people if at all possible. Nasir, what will you do on the battlefield, Kurth? Will you face your father as an enemy? I will do whatever I have to do. Now we have King Kanagus. Ike, I have something to give you. Hey, it's called Irvan. If I remember correctly, I borrowed it from your father's grave. Why? Honestly, I have no idea, but I felt a sudden urge to visit Griel's grave on the morning of our journey. When I told Gifka my idea for a little side trip, he said he thought the same thing. I believe we were guided to your father's grave by a divine message from the goddess. When I saw your father's axe, I was convinced that I had to take it to you. I felt that's what your father would have wanted. Maybe he and my mother are looking over us from somewhere else. All right, it's my father's, so it's only right that I take it. And we got a Nirvan. And the fireman. Volk? Over here. Looking for you is still like trying to find spilled ink at night. It's part of the job. Anyways, you've grown quite a bit since the last time I saw you. Everyone loves telling me that. You're starting to look like Griel. That might be true too. He is my dad. I didn't expect to see you here. Did someone from this camp hire you? Sure did. I see. It's good to have you on our side under any circumstances. Why did you call me over? I have to return something to you. What's all this money for? It's the 50,000 gold you paid me the last time around. Well, minus my pay, expenses, and that sort of thing, of course. Even so, there's a lot here. Well, the contract ended sooner than expected, I guess. You did a lot for us back then. I didn't even get a chance to thank you. It was a job. There's no need to thank me. I know, but if you hadn't told me the story of my father, I would never have known about his past. So, thanks, Volk. Yeah. So, anyhow, you have your money back. See you later. Did he really just get embarrassed because I thanked him? What a weird guy.